Remember our definition of a syllable from a couple of modules ago? We said that a syllable has a nucleus, a peak of sonority, which is surrounded by less sonorous sounds. We already know that vowels are the most sonorous sounds, and most syllables have a vowel as the nucleus. We know that glides are also fairly sonorous, but they're too short to serve as the nucleus of a syllable. Now, thinking about the consonants we know, some consonants are more sonorous than others. Stops aren't very sonorous because they have so little airflow, because the vocal tract is completely obstructed. And fricatives also are not very sonorous because of the obstruction in the vocal tract. But nasal consonants are quite sonorous because the airflow resonates through the nasal cavity even when the oral cavity is stopped. And the liquids, L and R, are also quite sonorous because air is allowed to flow around the tongue. These sonorous consonants can sometimes serve as the nucleus of a syllable in their own right. In other words, there are some syllables that don't have a vowel at all, just a sonorous consonant as their nucleus. Let's look at some examples. The word blossom could be transcribed this way, with a vowel in the second syllable that's the short, unstressed mid-central vowel that some people call schwa. That vowel is so short that we often don't pronounce it at all. We just go right from the s into the nasal m sound, blossom. The m itself becomes the nucleus of the syllable. It's said to be a syllabic consonant, and we use a special notation to transcribe it like this. Look at that little vertical line below the m symbol. That's called a diacritic. Diacritics are special additional notations we add to IPA symbols to give extra information about the sounds. That vertical line is the diacritic for a syllabic consonant. Here's an example of a liquid consonant becoming syllabic. The word funnel could be transcribed with the schwa symbol for the second vowel. It's the unstressed, short, mid-central vowel. But in speech, we often skip right over that vowel sound and make the L syllabic so that it's the nucleus of the syllable. The notation is the same with the diacritic for the syllabic L, funnel. When the consonant is an R, even a stressed syllable can have a syllabic consonant as its nucleus. There are actually two equivalent ways of transcribing a syllabic R. In the word bird, for example, we could use the diacritic for a syllabic consonant on the R, bird, or there's an alternative diacritic that turns a vowel into a rhotic sound. In other words, it gives an R-like quality to the vowel. Applying the diacritic for rhoticity to the schwa vowel, we get this transcription for bird. For our purposes, these two transcriptions, the rhotic schwa or the syllabic R, are equivalent. So to sum up, the nasals and the liquids can sometimes serve as the nucleus of a syllable, and when they do, we give them that diacritic to show that they're syllabic consonants.